What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Black Man's Thoughts. I was up there sitting here thinking, we have the video on. Are we relying on LeBron, I'm about to say LeBron, Lamar Jackson too much? The answer is yes. So, is the fault also of, are we putting too much stress on Roman or the offensive line? You know what I'm saying? Hey, watch your sister. My bad, kids. But yeah, here's what I think. Uh, you look at what's his name, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback, but he's no Lamar. Baker Mayfield, he is a very accurate quarterback, but the problem is, stop hitting. Um, the problem with what Baker is that he has an abundance of weapons. We touched on it earlier. He got Austin Hooper. He's got Nick Chubb. He's got the best offensive line in football. He's got what's his name? Uh, what's his name? Kareem Hunt. He's got what's his name? Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. And that tight end, Ngakwe, not Ngakwe, but Nagu or something like that, who was balling. So I think that he doesn't have to be the sole focus of the offense. All he has to do is get the ball to the playmakers. You have Joe Burrows. Joe Burrows got T. Higgins. He's got Tyler Boyd. He's got what's his name? Mixon. He's got Jamar Chase. He doesn't have to be the focal point. He can just, hey, I could get my playmakers involved. But he's a very good quarterback. Let's just take Ben Roethlisberger. He's nowhere near the quarterback he used to be, but they've always surrounded him with talent. Even now, he's got a 6'4", 245 dude who runs a 4.3. You know what I mean? They went out there. They got him a good running back. They got some weapons at receiver. My point is that only around Lamar, they built this team. Hey, y'all keep it down. They built this team, whereas we'll only do so much and we'll let Lamar take it from there. And I think that when you do that, now he's got to play hero ball. When the game is on the line, let's see what Lamar's going to do, instead of saying, let's see what the Ravens are going to do. When the game was on the line, it wasn't a Baker was just taking the game over, but what he was able to do was he able to have a Jarvis Landry who can get open, Austin Hooper who can get open, and then here's the kicker: they just played the Chiefs and they just put up enough points on the Chiefs, and they didn't even have Odell Beckham, arguably their most talented receiver. So that shows you that they've got a variety of people who can say, hey, I could put the game on my back. Whereas you look at our team, it's only built for Lamar Jackson to put the game on his back. We don't have nobody who's ever taken over a game. We haven't had an Andrew who's taken over a game who was just so dominant out there. Hollywood's never taken over a game. He was so dominant out there. We have nobody on defense that's never taken it over a game and just so dominant. The closest thing to that was Marlon Humphrey last year knocking the ball out. So what I'm saying is that this team has been built so that Lamar Jackson only is the X factor. And when we say that, hey, he needs to work on his mechanics, he needs to do this, what we're failing to realize is that he can have the best mechanics in football. But the problem is if he doesn't have time in the pocket to be able to survey the field and look, and you know what I mean, look cornerbacks and safeties off, and you know what I mean, have his receivers get open, it doesn't matter. And I think that's what's been hindering us. Look, we had a terrible offensive line yesterday. We put up, 24, 27 points? I mean, come on. I mean, granted, like in my video, they're not that great on defense. But the problem was, the scary part is, look how much pressure they gave us not being great on defense. So when we play these great defensive teams, I'm scared. Like, what the hell are we going to do? So when we talk about Lamar getting his money, this is probably why we haven't heard anything about him in his contract, because to see how he's going to be utilized when there's nobody else. And they know that they've built this team. And I think Eric DaCosta is, I don't know if he's trying to rewrite that wrong that they've done, but by signing Bateman. But the problem is they're signing Bateman without going out there and also signing a top center or guard or tackle. So I think that it's more than just saying, hey, we're going to give him weapons. I think you have to give him protection. You have to give him the opportunity to be that quarterback you want him to be, because he can't check off his number one target and then look at a number two, number three if he doesn't have the time to do that. So are we using Lamar way too much? Yes, the hero ball's got to stop. It has to be the Baltimore Ravens offense instead of Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Hey, y'all chill out.
I'm trying to get on the trampoline.
All right, I'll be there in a minute. My bad. Kids want to get on the trampoline. But yeah, I just think that other teams have an abundance of riches. Look at Kyle Murray. Look at Kyle Moore. Yeah, he'd go out there throw for 400, 300, 400 yards, easy. Why? Because they went out there and got him some riches out there. They've invested. You know what I mean? And what you're starting to see is these offenses are nowadays. You say, oh, offense wins games, defense wins championships. Shit, not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, you're starting to see that the way they've shaped the game, offense is the one's going to get you that chip. Offense is going to want to get that chip. Steelers had a great defense last year. They ain't going no goddamn where because they couldn't get that offense going. There was no running game. There was no nothing. Plenty of teams had great offenses. The Arizona Cardinals had good offense last year. But, I mean, you know what I mean? They had a good offense, and they was able to go far, is what I'm saying. I mean, I think nowadays offense is going to take you a lot farther than just spending, all the money on defense and then not having any on offense. I think we have to put more money into the offense, more money into the offensive line, get some protection, and not just only focus on the receivers. And this is 2 straight years that they've neglected that offensive line, I believe. But yeah, let me know what you think. Again, it's a shame we lost that game. Wink, have they figured out Wink? Have they figured out his tendencies in a sense? Wink is a very effective defensive coordinator. I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying he's not. But what I'm saying is that hey, keep it down. Other teams are able to have success with our players, and those players are able to do things that they wasn't doing with us. So I just think that I don't know, man. We have to fix these schemes. I think Trent Cannon was just released. I think Tyree Phillips is going to the injured reserve. Likely he's out. I haven't seen the diagnosis or whatnot. But short week going to Kansas City, and we have to find a way. We have to find a way on this defense to close out these games as well. We put the points on the board. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, those last 2 plays that the Raiders had, big chunk games, man. They were tired. They were in bad positions. Wrong players in the wrong players. With the wrong players was in key positions, and because they were wrong players, they didn't get it done. And that's got to change. And that's a coordinator issue. He's got to put the right players in the right position so we can close out the games. Let me know what you think. This is Black Man. This is y'all keep it down. This is Black Man Stocks Podcast, man. Like, subscribe, share, man. Let me know what y'all think, man.